Hi everyone, I'm Jyotsna and I am also the co-president.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm the VP of Finance.
And in this presentation, we'll be discussing the art of fundraising. The topics we'll be going over today include fundraising ideas, pro tips for fundraisers, COVID-safe fundraising, as well as summarizing the key points with a conclusion.
So I will be talking about fundraising before COVID. So restaurant fundraisers have been the most successful and popular for us, but we've also done concessions during sporting events, trivia nights, GBM fundraisers, like having raffles with prizes being gift cards or Maryland items. We've also done sales fundraisers such as bake sales and Krispy Kremes, which we've done every semester, and it's been really successful so far. And we've also had a post-induction ceremony restaurant fundraiser where new members can go with their parents and get a point for attending. And then here are a list of some restaurants that we've worked with. Some of the most successful ones that we've done so far have been with Blaze Pizza, Chipotle, and Noodles and Company. And for concessions at sporting events, for us, it's a very serious commitment because it involves a lot of planning and training. We've given members points for attending TIPS training, which is basically a training that enables members to handle or serve alcohol at events. And with concessions, it also requires a lot of people to help out, and we'll also be fined if we don't have enough people. And we've given 3 points for members for volunteering. And if we don't have enough members, we've also had to cancel the event. And a recommendation is to also advertise at least 3 weeks in advance. And then here are some of the flyers that we've done in the past with restaurants.
So those were all ideas that we had for fundraising before the pandemic, when it was more safe to do things like that, like restaurant fundraisers, etc. After the pandemic hit, we kind of had to be a little bit more creative about how we fundraised for ALD, just because we wanted to be safe for all the students and members. So some challenges we had during COVID, we did have quite a few challenges, as you could imagine. We were pretty much unable to set up restaurant fundraisers just because it wasn't safe for people to go in and eat there. And we also were having some low attendance for some of our virtual fundraisers. And I think that this like decreased social interaction just led to less like camaraderie among like the members of ALD. People like felt less togetherness. And because of that, like we had less money raised during the previous 2 semesters. But some of our COVID-safe fundraising ideas that we had were virtual bingo, virtual raffle, sticker mask fundraiser, which was pretty popular, and restaurant fundraisers where we would just do like takeout or carry out instead of eating in the restaurant. So you can see here from the fundraising history, we had a pretty good track with the amount of money that we raised until fall 2020, which is flat zero amount that we raised for that semester. And that was pretty much when the pandemic hit and we had to be more creative with our ideas. But thankfully we bounced back from that zero in spring 2021, where we made $909, and that was pretty good. So we bounced back.
Okay, now we're moving on to pro tips for successful fundraisers. One of the most important tips for a successful fundraiser is to have effective advertising techniques. You don't want to advertise the fundraiser before it's been approved because you run the risk of having to cancel it. But once it has been approved, you want to start advertising immediately. A helpful method that we utilized was by recruiting volunteers to pass out flyers about the fundraiser. This is really effective in getting the word out to not only your members, but also other students on campus, and also gives members a chance to earn a point for helping out. Other methods include posting about the event on our listserv as well as social media accounts, and sending out continuous updates and reminders about the fundraiser leading up to it. It is very important to plan ahead, so you should start thinking of ideas and the dates at least a month in advance because you want to have enough time to plan and contact restaurants. For example, some restaurants like Chipotle requires that applications be submitted at least 12 weeks before your date. This also allows you to be flexible with your schedule and adjust the schedule accordingly. Another tip is that you want to avoid scheduling restaurant fundraisers the same day as other big campus events in order to maximize the participation. In conclusion, we want to emphasize that fundraising is possible even during a pandemic. As you saw with our COVID-safe fundraising ideas, we were able to generate a lot of funds even with the challenges we faced. There are many ways to fundraise, and it's very important to come up with new ideas. Finally, you want to make sure to plan ahead and advertise in order to increase fundraiser participation. And now we will open it up for any questions that you guys might have.
If you want to go ahead and unshare the screen, that would be good. Yeah, if anyone wants to put in chat, Trish, if you can do the chat. I don't know if there's anybody.
So there's a question in chat asking, what was the sticker mask fundraiser about?
Yeah, I just saw that question. So sticker mask fundraiser was pretty much, we had a bunch of stickers and masks that were designed for ALD and like UMD, and like they were really, really cute designs actually. Like there was like a terrapin design for a sticker. There was like another really cute terrapin mask. And we would advertise that to our members, and whoever wanted one could fill out a Google form, say the ones that they wanted for the stickers and the masks, and then we would meet them outside of the student union, and they could pick it up whenever they wanted to. So that was that, and it was a very successful fundraiser. Everyone really liked it. It was very cute.
Do you, quick question, I know we're a little over on time, but we'll try and catch up. Do you involve alumni in your fundraising? Do you have much connection with your alumni once students graduate?
Yeah, I can take this question. Yeah, we do have, we do stay in contact with our alumni. A lot of the time, the people who were on our e-board, they come back to us and like they are able to like talk and like give like advice to the newer members of ALD and give their experiences. And we do have like alumni spotlights on Instagram where we can highlight alumni and like what they really enjoyed about ALD so that our newer members can come in and like understand like what they're getting into basically, and what they can expect from ALD.
Great. Great. Well, thank you so much to all three of you. Thanks to University of Maryland for a great presentation and for your sharing your time and doing great things at Maryland. Appreciate it. One thing I want to just mention before we move on to the next one, I know we're a little over on time, but speaking of time is, I think Trish mentioned this in an email, is we are going to share the participant list with everybody. So I know we're rushing through things. We're throwing a lot at you, but we can't help it because we have such great students doing great things, so we want to share as much as we can. So if you have a question that you didn't have time to ask and we rushed and moved on to the next thing, just look for that list and please use it to reach out to each other. Make note of who you just heard from, what school they were at, find them on the list and email them next week and ask them follow-up questions. So please use that list that you'll get.